Boom! Live and direct. In the tube. Yeah. Again. Back in the tube. I don't seem to want to leave that chilling spot. It's a great chilling spot here too. That's what I find. YouTube is a great chilling spot, a great place to speak our minds, liberate the trauma. Me, I say it all the time. I come here to liberate the trauma from Babylon. It's not so much because I think I'm going to change the world with my YouTube channel. It's not the case, but at least I'm liberating a great part of the trauma that I have experienced for the last 40 something. So yeah, so that's a great that's the great thing about YouTube is it's going to help you liberate a great part of the trauma that you were put under. We all been traumatized. Some might not feel it. That's what I said yesterday in a video. You can very easily not perceive your trauma. I was in a state that I wasn't able to perceive really much my trauma. It's when you start looking at the world, looking outside and realizing that, hey, it's lies and illusion and deception. Then, whoa, the game changed. It's time to change the game. Yeah. It's time to have a revolution powered by love and compassion. That's what we need. Very hard to get. Just the compassion. The love part is not so hard to get there as humanity because it's already here. It's already in us. We are love. We are everything that is magnificent and beautiful. We are. So love is part of it. And then the other one is, like I said, revolution powered by love and compassion. Compassion is the hardest part because compassion, we don't have that naturally inside us. It's something we have to program ourselves and really condition ourselves to be compassionate beings with everyone and everything that surrounds us. Means the animals, means the other people. And that can be hard due to sometimes, for sure, you're going to feel like you're talking to a wall with certain people. With certain people, sometimes you feel like you're talking to a wall, but I say don't waste too much time also on the people that don't want to hear. People that don't want to hear your stuff. Don't speak words of wisdom in the ear of fools because he will despite he will dismiss your teaching. So there's no point, absolutely no point of shoving it down the throat of people. The good vibration, they have to find it themselves. They have to find it themselves. That's why I focus, on inspiring people, but I focus a lot on me not falling back into this matrix. You know what I mean? So I gotta be I gotta implement rituals, which is one of this. That's a ritual I do every morning. But it's important to have rituals and habits that you stick to. Good rituals, not satanic rituals. We pretty much stick to the satanic rituals on a daily basis, everywhere, everyone. So, no, align with something better than satanic ritual. Put good rituals in your life, and it's a good step, a good leap forward. Hold on a second. Yeah. So powered by love and compassion. That's what we need. We need more love. More love. The love is already there. It's flowing through the air. It's ever present. It's always there. It's always been there. Nothing's broken. Nothing needs to be fixed except our minds. Except our minds, because our minds are very twisted, very negative state of mind originally. So it's to work on yourself. You have your life. You have your life to work on it and hopefully attain a level of freedom, of personal freedom, some time in your life. Don't put rush on and stress yourself out too much for that thing. That's the other thing too in changing your habits, changing your dirty ways, that I call them more the dirty ways, the heat has to go smooth. The transition has to be smooth, because if not, you're going to put too much stress on you. I'm telling you, and you're not going to go through. So it's a habit for you, all those rituals, all those evil rituals that we perform every day. I can enumerate the list, but it would be long. I suggest you start looking at yourself, and you're going to realize all the madness, all the evil ways, and act more from a point of love and compassion than just for yourself. Like, we can all act just for ourselves, but that's not how the world will power the revolution, by love and compassion. We have to power it. That means we have to gain back our power. That's what it means. If you want to power something, you got to have something behind, right? So it's us. It's us that's going to power the revolution of love and compassion. That's what we need, because even if we go at them with weapons and arms and all kinds of stuff, they have more than us. So we're full. We're doomed at start. And the funds, if we think we have more money than them, they always have more. So the only thing we have more than them is love and compassion. And this is how I think we can come to not eliminate some people, but at least expand their awareness of who they are, so they can join the not the race, because it's not a rat race. I don't like to call it. Society is a rat race, but our, if you want to call it awakening or whatever, it's not a race. It's not a race. It's nothing that has to do with timing. It's outside of time. It's timeless. But timing. Everything takes timing. I mean, we can put, like, I'm able to recognize that today is a day and tomorrow's another. It's always the same now, yeah, for sure. But it's not always the same day. It's a different day. I'm capable to recognize that. Yes, I live in the now, because for me, making a full sense of the now and exploiting the now on to the max is very, very important. Very important to my experience, because that's experience I'm doing here. Even this live show is an experience. That's what I was telling Kim. Eventually, I might stop it, because I was going to challenge myself. The idea was to challenge myself to see if I can come live every morning. I've done it for what? 2-3 months now. I can keep going for 6 years, 10 years. The habit is there, but is it always going to be super relevant to my experience? Maybe not. So probably one day I'll let go of that live morning show, because also I'm going to, the idea is for me to grow. So if I find that I'm remaining in comfort here, live and direct, I will stop, because it's comfortable. So I want to, always greater stuff, and eventually that's it. Something bigger will come. I'm a lot into music, so I want to help people in the music, in the reggae music industry, for sure. It's my dream to be part of the reggae movement. I'm part of it. I'm doing my part, but I mean, I'm living the dream, actually. It's not really live your dreams. I am in it. Every day there's stuff that happened to me that I would imagine happening in my dreams. Like today, I'm going to speak with Jason on Skype. Stuff I would dream at night. Stuff I would dream at night. I love reggae music, and connecting with the artist is overwhelming. It's overwhelming, just the fact that, I am being the change. I'm embodying the fullest of the story. Makes me feel very good. Makes me feel 100% better than when I was before. I feel a lot more vitality in me than I was feeling 5 years ago. Just 5 years ago. Just go back 5 years ago. The vitality level wasn't the same. The energy wasn't the same. The drive was always there. Always been a driven guy to succeed in life, to get over the top. That always been there, because that's the reason why I'm here. If I'm here today, it's because I had other experience in my life that made me stretch. I know what it is to stretch, and I'm not afraid of it. So that's why I take each and every experience one after the other. And especially at your work, it's very important to take challenge. That's going to make you grow. If you are in comfort in a job that's comfortable and this and that, you're not very much challenged. Maybe you need to change your job, to go to a job where you are challenged, to bring the best out of yourself, and that will bring you to another step later. But you have to have experience. That's what I told Sam. I said it's good to talk, but you have to walk the talk. You have to reach a level of experience in life that you can craft the story out of it. You know, we all have a beautiful story that we can craft out of our experience and share it with the world and inspire others. But do it. Just do it. It's simple. Just do it. So, yeah. So, you know, it's very, very, we don't want to, it's about experiencing life to the fullest, meeting life with full presence and power, knowing we are in control. Not someone else in control of your life. You are in control. You are in charge. At one point in your life, you have to have that feeling. You have to have that feeling that you're in charge of your own life. Come on. For sure, you got to at least try to get that feeling a little bit. If you start working on something and managing your time properly and starving the distraction, that will bring you gradually to a larger vision. That's what I mean. And you will just keep on going and going, but you've got to take the first step. You have to take it. I knew I had to take the first step. I was hesitating. The hesitation is to take the first step. To take the first step because we're afraid of failure, afraid of what people are going to think of us, afraid of this, afraid of that. First time I went on my camera with my phone, I was nervous. I was afraid of what people think. Not so much to let it immobilize me, but it was on my mind. Today, look, I'm capable to go through it. I'm live and direct on YouTube every morning, but it's just there's no viewers. It's just there's no viewers, so I'm pretty much talking to myself every morning, but it's okay. There's a few that are very loyal, and I recognize that a lot. Recognize that a lot for sure. But you know, it's not about one person. It's not about you watching an individual or me, or it's not about one person. It's about all of us, and that's why I said that. If this experience becomes irrelevant, that I cannot, I'll do something else. If I cannot touch enough people with this, I'll try something else, because I want to reach the heart of people. It's not my goal to be famous. I don't want to be super famous, but I know one day it will eventually blow up. People will look up at you as a very inspirational person, and that's okay. I do it with other people, with Les Brown, Robin Sharma, Tony Robbins, even if they're huge and own jets and all kinds of shit. I don't care. It's not my goal to own a jet, but it's my goal to inspire others. That's what we must do. I feel it very deep down in my heart that I have to do something for humanity. Simple. And humanity is a much larger cause than myself. So I've got to move out my little comfort and bring something that's going to, yeah. Oh, another chilly day in Newfoundland. Yeah, it's August 1st. So fall is coming. I have a problem with my tomato plants. People have problem with my tomato plants. But a small problem. It's not a problem. It's just a situation. I had this situation yesterday. Bottom and rot. That tells you something, eh? So I went and researched on the YouTube, of course. That's where I go for my information. And I typed down bottom and rot, problem, solution. And I found it. You got to give calcium to your tomato plants. Tomato plants love calcium and magnesium. So I learned that you have to feed them calcium. So I went and get limestone, which is very high in calcium, which is not going to damage the pH of the dirt too much. Not in enough time so that it kills the plant. It's impossible. But yeah, I added the limestone to it and miss calcium. Yeah, that's it. Missing calcium. So I'm starting to have bottom and rot. I was freaking out yesterday. I go on my plant and I see something red through the leaf. I'm like, could that be the rag? It could be the rag. I put some red rags, I remember, to hold the star, my little freaking star that wasn't not big enough. You need big star. I know now what you mean, Cindy. Next year I'll make it better. But yeah, missing calcium totally because the bottom end rot before it ripped. And I had the red one, and I go to put my hand, and I put my hand under, and the whole hand almost went into the mushy tomato. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Then I'm starting to freak out. I'm like, come on, they're growing super healthy. Now I have bottom end rot. So I went and fixed the problem. I think that will fix the problem, missing calcium. That's it. Your teeth are going to rot too if you miss calcium. So it's the same thing, I guess. Calcium is important for us too. But yeah, missing calcium. So I added stuff. I'm going to add eggshells too and stuff like that. I asked someone to collect me eggshells because I don't eat eggs. So what I'm going to do, go buy eggs and flush them in the sink. I rarely eat eggs. I stopped eating eggs a while ago. Yeah. I can maybe eat it in recipes here and there, but that's it. I'm not a big freak on eggs. I prefer raw stuff that is support the journey for sure. So much life goes unnoticed. We miss the sunrise and sunsets. That's very, very true. Very few of us are up in the morning to watch the sunrise or at night to go watch the sun. If it's there, I'm pretty much always outside. This morning I was out at 5:30 for the sunrise. It's a little bit later now, but still. No, it's a very important to start the day with rising and shining like the sun. That's what I tell myself all the time when I look at the sun. It's rising time. Use coffee. Put coffee too. Coffee, tea bags, eggshells. All this is very good for the tomato plant. Yeah, I went and researched a lot. I found a lot of stuff. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll take action. But I already took action. I poured a big amount of calcium mix in it, the limestone. Limestone's c'est de la chaux. On appelle ça de la chaux dolomitique. De la chaux dolomitique. Quelque chose comme ça en français. Dolotomique. Quelque chose comme ça. Anyway, you put that in the soil and you put that in the water, it's going to dissolve. You can either throw it on the ground too. He has it in little pellets. It's in little pellets. You can throw it on the ground. It will dissolve. But the best is you mix it with the soil too. At the beginning, I should have mixed it with the soil, And next year, I'm going to make a better mix for my soil. I'm going to add limestone to it, a bit of few pellets here and there, just to give a boost of calcium. But yeah, coffee grinds is great on plants. Yeah, coffee grinds. And are you part of the Sun and Moon show? I haven't heard about a Sun and Moon show. Nobody contact me. Me, forget about it. Me on YouTube, if you talk about YouTube stuff, nobody ever contact me. I never had any contact. I'm very, very my own thing here, and nobody bought. That's why, I'm not in that clique of flat earth cult YouTube BS that I find it's people fall for it. They all want explanation on everything, and I'm not in it. I'm not in that. I'm not but the distraction of the flat earth. That's the only thing. I'm not gonna fall into it. I'm concentrating on my journey, on ascending and create a better person out of myself, get rid of my evil ways. So YouTube nonsense to make sense of my evil ways. That I know what they are, and that's it. But no, I am not really into YouTube stuff with people. It's just distraction. It's just distraction, and it's nonsense because we're looking for lies and deception, and none of us really is seeking for truth, because the truth is something you live. It's you live it, the truth. You have to live it. So just talking about it is not going to do nothing. You have to walk the talk. So most people on YouTube just talk about flat earth, this and that. You know, they kind of give them because they probably not working on the dream or something. The flat earth brings them something to their heart. I don't know what it is, but my priority is not the flat earth. My priority is ascending here and create a life of success and significance. This is what I want to create. I don't care about the argument on YouTube. Argue about whatever you want. The world is all messed up and upside down. And what, we think we're going to change something on YouTube? It's like, hello. The masses are asleep. They're plugged on TV. They don't care about YouTube. So the work that has to be done is very, very profound, very deep. But if you ask me about the flat earth stuff, no, I acknowledge it, but it's not where I pour my whole consciousness in. My consciousness is not into flat earth and finding a reason for this or that, or why did they, fuck. I said to myself, fuck that at one point, because it's all nonsense. It's all instruction. And I have to experience it. I want to experience life. I want to sense it myself. I don't need no one to. I know I've been lied to. Okay, so from there, I have to now let go of YouTube also and make sense of reality on my own, not listening to other people. But most of us are too lazy to even work our muscle up there to make sense of reality. So we go on YouTube and we listen to flat earth video, and we think this is real. We think this is how the sun works, how the moon works. And like, we take everything for granted, the constellation turning, everything, all the astrology, all the occult isn't there. And we just grab this like nothing. And I am out of this, if you ask me. So I don't know what you're talking about, seriously. A moon and sun show, I don't know. I haven't heard of it. But that's it. That's my point. I've been in this for a long time too. It's been like 3 years since I realized we've been lied to on everything. So at one point, you move on. You let go of the conspiracy world. It's very attractive at the beginning. Yeah, you pour your consciousness into it because you realize you've been lied to. But at one point, you move out. I'm out of this nonsense. I'm not going to inflate their bubble more. We're going to try to undo the trauma. This is what we're going to do now. Here and on the Truman Show, I'm doing the trauma and find out who we really are. This is the goal. It's not to find out how Babylon is wicked. Babylon is wicked, evil, everything you want to. All the bad vibration is there. So what do we do? Focus on this, focus on conspiracies, on nonsense, on stuff we cannot even prove. And all we do, we inflate their bubble, telling them they are their lords, our lords. And we go on YouTube and protest. Like, it's the same thing going on YouTube and making videos about them, about their madness and shit. It's the same as going in the street and protesting with the signs. I see it the same. That's my vision of things. You don't have to agree with me. I might be very red skull in my thinking, yeah, but I've been in this for a while, and I see the madness, the psyop behind the flat earth stuff. If you don't see it, it's your choice. If you find this very sensational, because people like sensationalism. We all have been brainwashed with it. So for sure, we get on YouTube and we see the no trees on flat earth or whatever. We get very, very absorbed by it because it's sensational. But again, we're looking outside of ourselves, and no one's looking inside to bring more love and more compassion. But no, we keep inflating the division. We argue ball flat. We keep inflating the division and the nonsense on YouTube. And some even make video to argue with people. argue. They argue live against each other on YouTube to prove if it's a ball or if it's flat. Like super nonsense. We have lost our way so much. We're lost in words so much. So much. It's insane. It's pure insanity, entertainment. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's a game for sure. I tune in a few nights. They talk about everything space. Yeah. But that's what I think we have to talk about the stuff that really matter and let go of the distraction. Nature is my priority. Me too. I'm no more into distraction. I do that thing in the morning, but I'm telling you straight flat out what I think about this YouTube flat. I don't hold back here. It's all BS. If you ask me, there's a bit of truth. For sure, there's a bit of truth. Horizon is horizontal. I don't see no curve, but what is for the rest? Who can tell me anything other than me in nature, which is what I want to do and focus on now, not on YouTube videos. Like this, I don't watch YouTube videos anymore. I used to go on YouTube every morning and punch flat earth, see what was uploaded today. I did that for at the beginning for a good 6 months. Not every day, but often I was going on YouTube to check what was uploading, who had put videos out. It's so nonsense. It keeps you so much in distraction. And they know that it's not different than a TV. YouTube is not different than a TV. Look at it the way you want, but that's what it is for me. It's a distraction. It's a tool, the distraction to distract you from your journey, from what you have to do here. For sure. You might get information, yeah, good information, good inspiration, but it's rare, the channels that are going to be telling you truth. Very rare. Because they will not have subscribers, and everyone goes on YouTube to have subscribers. I don't give a shit about that. I don't give a shit about money, about subscriber, about anything. And everyone on YouTube goes there to make money, to put ads and this and that. And I find it so nonsense. So nonsense. Like, we're so lost in self-obsession. So lost in self-obsession. Crazy. Bare feet on the grass, hugging the trees and loving life that is powerful. Keep connecting with nature. We have to keep connecting more and more with nature, with gardening, growing our own food. Get out of this madness of YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, name it, all the social media. It's for self-obsession. It's to boost your self-obsession. So if you fall in it, you're gonna. Oh, anyway, it's your choice. Me, I have enough of being just for myself. So at one point I decided enough is enough, and that's it. Here I am. And I'll be here for a little bit, for sure. I'll still be here for a while. I say I'm going to stop, but I don't see eventually. But for now, it's good vibes. It's good start in the morning. So in the good start for the day, not the morning. We're not here to mourn. So big up, girls. Because apparently it's only girls here. That's what I told Kim yesterday. He said it's only girls almost on my channel in the live chat. That's great. So this morning I have Cindy and Red Rose Rocker. Suzanne is probably somewhere. Suzanne's never far. Kevin's never far. Apparently he's a silent watcher. Who knows? Maybe they're still here. But I don't do this exactly for Kim. For me, I will. I don't do this necessarily to... I just want to put my vibes out, and who seek me shall find me. So I don't want to like promote the. No. If you seek, you will find, and that's how I see it. I'm not shoving down anything down the throat of people here. Just doing my thing, speaking my mind, coming live every morning, and rising and shining. That's what I have in mind. And at the end of all this, all I'm sharing is love. So rise and shine, I'm out. Have a wonderful day, girls. I don't know if there's any men here, but the guys also. Boys and girls. Yeah. So that's it. Rising and shining. I come here for the early lift of spirit. Enjoy it. Yeah, that's it. Me too. It's very good for me. It's a good lift for the spirit to start the day. It's essential. That's why I say I'm going to stop, but I don't think I'll stop soon. Don't worry about it. I'm usually very obsessed by greatness. I'm not self-obsessed. I'm obsessed by greatness. That's what I am obsessed by. And that's what I want to reach in my life. I want to become someone, I told you. So we're going to keep on pushing for sure. We're not going to go anywhere. Not for now. I'll let you know a bit in advance anyway. I'll let you know a bit in advance. I'm not going to leave just like that and say, hey, finish the light. No, I'll tell you in advance. I'll prepare you. And I'll tell you in advance what's going to be coming after, too, because if I stop this, it's just to do something else greater. So, to put my time into something else. So, we'll see what happens. Yeah, just do what feels right. That's what I do all the time. That's what I do. I do what's necessary, not what feels good, but what's necessary. And I know this is necessary in the journey. So, we'll keep on going. So, good day. Rise and shine. Do your best. Don't stress. Forget the rest. Ease out.